So here's one that comes up all the time. And everyone's like, yo, I need to work on my standalone. I need to work my standalone. I don't want to work on a computer, man. I need to work on my standalone. I don't need to work out of a DAW, man. But in my head, I always thought that a standalone is a computer.
Essentially, it is, right? Like anybody that opens up.
How is it not a computer?
It's digital technology in a box.
When you open it up, isn't it the same components?
Yeah, it's digital components.
There's more components that's not, but
yes, of course.
The basic components, right?
Well, you know, we can speak on this for days.
When you go into the MPC, it's like MPC language, what do we use? Programs.
That's right. Exactly. We're using programs.
The latest version of MPC 3.0, which is the latest operating system,
software
is a DAW.
That's correct.
It's a weak DAW.
100%.
It's like a watered down version, but it's a DAW. So I'm like, so when I hear this debate all the time, I'm always wondering, like, it's like, it's back to the AI. It kind of loops back to people just like having this weird tag and stuff. So it's like, I don't think anything, I think what happened was the companies just saw like you tag on this, like it's just getting people on the gravy train and with these plugins and VSTs.
And figure out how to sell. Well, let's just take the fact that the first time I ever heard a piece of technology in music was a drum machine. Well, what's the key component in that? Machine. So what's a machine? A computer is a machine. The drum machine is not a drum human. It's not a drum analog. It's a drum machine. So there's certain parts of technology that has been consistent with music for the last 30 years. So nothing new as far as we see it. But I will say this. One of the things that I think maybe when people are leaning to that, and this becomes almost like a self-reflective process for an artist. If you're on a computer or a laptop all day long, and that's where you're doing business, or that's where you're responding to emails and you're doing a bunch of stuff, it's putting you into either a positive or negative energy, whatever that's exuding for you. When you get off of that, and now all of a sudden you're on something like an MPC, even though it's still a computer, the removal of your association with the previous technology that's just eaten up your day changes the way you feel about it.
No, I'm not talking, that's not about this. I'm not talking about that. That's a totally different thing. Banging on the keys to the express. I'm talking about people. There's a whole audience of people out there like, yo, I'm a standalone guy and I don't use DAWs. Like you go on YouTube. We're here, YouTube. It's everybody here. Go look, punch it in and look. But I'm like, no, you're using a computer too. It's the same thing. You're using the same thing. It's a computer, man. It's like, and they're like, oh, I don't want to, you're attaching the iPad to the thing, but I'm saying, but the iPad, and there's no difference between your iPad and your MPC.
That's what I've been saying for the longest time. Like the new MPCs is literally an iPad connected to a controller working seamlessly together. It's no different than some dude at home playing just with his iPad. You know what I mean? Like exactly. I think, people have, and that's why I was saying that people have a way of rationalizing into why it's something different when it really isn't. Like if you're objective and you take a step back, when you're behind an MPC, you're on a piece of computer. When you're on your laptop, when you're on an iPad, it's all computer. It's just how you choose to speak about it. But in reality, you're just tricking yourself. It's almost like, fooling yourself into something like mirror, mirror on the wall. Are they different? No, they're not different. They are not different.
That's the best. Mirror on the wall. Yeah, it's true. Cause even, like a lot of people too. And the other thing I've noticed, I've yet to see anybody for this. Cause I think the ultimate system is like a hybrid system. It's like cars. The EV thing, forget it. The cold, you know what I mean? But there's something good in electric motors. So that's why I always thought hybrid was going to be the long game, and it is becoming the long game for the whole thing, right?
100%.
And the same with the standalone. Like when the MPC came out, a lot of people don't know what MPC originally stood for. It stood for MIDI Production Center.
Not music production center, right? MIDI production.
So you're supposed to use that, and you plug that into the board and use these other devices to do all these other things, right?
That's
to mix, master. But it became a business later. So now it's like, oh no, it's a music production center. So they did a flip on everybody. Now you go in here and then all these plugins and all the older MCs don't got all these plugins and VSTs and this, that, right? The MPC was just made for sampling, chopping, sound blocks, sound bites, film companies, all this stuff to make all these sound, right? Like that's the initial.
Yeah, I almost even have to right? I might have to take off my glasses for this one because like you're hitting almost a nerve on it for me, which is this. You hit the nail on the head. When the MPC came out, we're going to say it again. When the MPC came out, it was a MIDI production center. Some people don't know what MIDI means. That means you have one keyboard, you have another drum machine, they all have MIDI. How do they all talk to each other? And the MPC was the brain for like 3-4 different keyboards. But now the new MPCs, they want you to do everything just in that particular box. So what are you missing? Well, you're missing the flavor of 3-4 different instruments because they all sound different. So like a Juno 106 synthesizer connected to, of course, your MPC. Then you got another drum machine like a Lindrum or a TR-808. Then you got a sampler like an S900. All those machines are being forced to speak to one machine, and that creates layers. But the new MPCs, to your point, they're music production centers. So the companies are encouraging you like, hey, forget about buying everyone else's stuff. Buy my one thing. You can do it all in this one thing.
But you can't.
And
it's 8 tracks of audio.
Yeah, it gets watered down.
The average free DAW, how many tracks of audio? You get double that. It's like 16. Right? If you look, like a free one, and if you want to go into the other ones, there's more. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, for all those hardcore, I'm just going to do it. And then here's the other thing. I have yet today to see anybody, and this would be interesting to see, do that. Like, do a complete, unless you're like Madlib. Madlib does everything in the iPad. He can do like a whole project, right? Madlib's just, but Madlib's like, he's the next level dude, okay? That's like the mad scientist, right? But I've yet to see anybody do a complete project in there. Go in there, show me this thing, and do it. And put it out there, man. Because you don't see it, man.
No, and because
you got to use the other tools. No, because you're going to have to come out of that box, and you're going to go into a Logic. You're going to go into like a Pro Tools. You're going to go into something else. You're going to use these external DAWs, or you're going to go into a board. You're going to use external, which is fine. But don't swear that you're this guy, blah, 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 blah. You know what it is? People want to be down with like, Akai's lucky. They got like this thing where just everybody just wants to be down with the club.
Yeah, but the marketing team does a good job.
And I'm not mad at them. I'm just saying, but it's just become like a cool thing. But the practicality of it, it's kind of strange. Like even the machines we're talking about the newer machines, like how are you supposed to do all that in that little screen then? Like my thumb on the screen, I got a 1, and I'm not a hater. I got a 1 right behind, right there, and I love the gear.
Yeah, of course.
But how am I doing all of that little on a 7-inch screen? Oh, when you go to let's move up to the XL or the X. What do you get? A 10-inch screen?
You get a bigger screen.
That's not even big enough.
No,
like you need look at the size of the iMac. Now you want something like that even bigger. Most people now, and then if you're older in age or 30, you want like a 40-inch or 30. You need something to see.
Yeah, of course.
So you're going to be like this, is your fingers smudging up, going around, moving on. Come on. Now it's not practical. Now what they're doing and what they give you, it's amazing. Like it's great. And I'm not complaining about it, I'm saying, but it's funny how the public's take on it and people's like perception on it.
Well, listen, you hit the nail on the head, right? Because the company Akai, for example, they're doing a great job marketing to young musicians saying, all you need is this. And can you make great music with all? Of course you can. But you're missing a very big chunk of musicality when you don't understand how all the other layers work together. And that's my thing, which is like, if you really want to.
No, but who's made great? You saying what I'm saying? I'm saying nobody's made great music.
Yeah,
like you can't tell me that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's my biggest point of this. It's been around for 3 years, and I have not seen and I've never heard one finished product or a whole project that came out of just somebody doing it right out of the box there. And there's not one example. I've looked online. I've tried to see it. Go when you're done, y'all. Watch and go look for it. So it's not done like that. It's not like it's right. Done.
I'm going back to records that I love.
All those great projects are done with other pieces of external gear attached and other things aiding, and it's a smorgasbord of things coming together to make that happen, right? Or if they do it all, they're going to do it all right in the DAW. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you can do it all in the DAW and then you tap it into your Logic or to whatever Pro Tools, whatever you use, right? Mix it that way. But who has just finished a project straight out of the MPC 1XL key 37, 61, the whole line? Like who? I don't know.
That might be a challenge for the audience.
And that's a challenge.
Whoever's watching this, hit us. Let us know if there's a record that you're like, hey, it was done on the MPC 1 entirely or the MPC X and it blows our socks off. We'll address it. I have to agree. Like if I'm looking at records that I love, no, they're all made the same way. Layers, different instruments, different contributions, different pieces of gear. They're not saying no to the DAW. It's just another tool in the ingredient pool.
which I think it would
makes kind of sense. I mean, like, listen, if you went to a restaurant and they're only serving you one meal out of one way with only one set of ingredients, you'd have the same impression. Almost anything that human beings create, when it's layered, has a better taste.
No, I think, no. Older equipment, you could do that. I've heard projects all done out of the SP1200.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I'm trying to show you something. Like, the older machines can do that. They have the sound quality and the tone and the color texture that comes out of it, the tonality, the texture, that you could do it. Like, there's a dude right on, I send you the clips all the time. He plays all those songs done straight out of the SP1200, man. And those went right into the board. And then the vocals, very little was done. The Ross tone song came right out of those old. I'm saying this new machines can't do that, man. Even with all of that, man. And all the extra bells and whistles and the extra VSTs and the touch screen. And where's this finished product that's coming out of here, man?
This is something that we have to use in context, because the SP1200 does all those things. But remember, the guys that are making music on that way, what were they doing? They were sampling vinyl. So the vinyl that they were sampling already had so many elements.
Frank, you talking about, there's tons of projects sampled by man. You want to open my phone right now? I'll show you YouTube right now. This guy's sampling. It doesn't sound like a finished product. The older machines, when you just press it, sounded like almost a finished product. I heard Jazzy Jeff just say it a week ago. And Jazzy Jeff and a few other artists. Teddy Riley's talking about it when he first made the thing. He's doing a lot of press. He goes, I didn't do anything. That came. What's another one? Jermaine Dupri was talking about it. He just got his induction to the Hall of Fame, and that's one of the main things he was talking about. Like the older man, that's why he still uses his 3000, because he doesn't have to do when he turns. That's it, man. Yeah, so the older machines, it's the circuitry and it's the old boys and what they put in the machine. It's just the focus now turned into like workflow. They turned it from sound quality, MIDI, like doing actual music, to workflow, process, fast,
quick,
easy, quick,
everything.
Touch the screen. The whole thing lights up like you're in Vegas, man.
It chops it for you. It does everything for you.
The four corner, tick, 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 which everybody a few months later says they're not using, which I was telling you, everybody's saying, I haven't used that quadrant thing much. I can't find
we predicted that. You actually mentioned it first. It's like the likeliness. I mean, you already have 16 pads on an MPC with a bunch of banks. You don't need an extra 4 on each. Like,
what are you going to do with it? No, people said, I said, you can have it. It's nice to have options. I go, but how are you going to use it? Like, I'm an artist. I have an open creative. I go, how are you going to use that? Not in our scope. You want to do drum and bass, jungle, all. I'm talking about this is for hip hop. Yeah. I go, but how are you going to use that, man? There's so much already in what they gave us 3 years ago, and like as far as like being able to have no limits, right?
Yeah.
Coming from megabytes to like gigabytes of sample time, that you already got enough. You got
Plus, we got 16 pads. You can do the same thing with the pads you have anyway. Yeah. Like, you can assign each pad to a different instrument, boom, switch banks, and you have enough. Like, and for us, I mean, we're talking about hip hop, of course, but it's like, somebody said this to me too when we used to talk about making music. It's like, you got to be careful of like the way the eardrum hears music. So it's like, a drummer doesn't have 17 hands. So if you're like programming something, you got like all these things happening at the same time, it's just a mumble jumble mess. Now, you want to make something out of it, great. But it's like, there's like when you play a trumpet can't play 7 sounds at the same time. A trumpet plays 1 note at a time. Yeah. A bass plays 1 note at a time. A piano's the only thing that makes, and then a drummer can only really play like 2-3 things at the same time. So once you get past that, you start understanding that the mathematics of having 4 per each note, it's like it becomes redundant.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I said sonically when I saw it. So I said, well, how are you going to make that sound good?
Yeah.
Like you're right. You're gonna hit the stair. I go, what's the thing? I go, what is this, man? I go, what? You guys are getting ganked out here, man. I'm gonna keep my one. I don't need the new toy.
They're selling you on stuff.
No, it looks pretty. It looks great. And there's some people that do, like, if you're into film, video, high-end production, movie stuff, or you're like a top level producer that's active releasing like stuff, then of course you get that. But most people, you just don't need it, man. You don't need it at all. What you got is great enough. And if you couldn't make something great on what you got already, then you would never make something great. Like, the machine's not going to make you great.